Hi, well today's video for you is all about this new club from Ping. I'm going to review it in its entirety because it's something that is needed for a lot of people, and I haven't seen anything quite like this for many years. Those of you of a certain age will recall a club called an Alien. I think that was the brand name, and it was a massive wedge of steel with a sole the size of a small saucer, and it was primarily, well, it was only for really playing bunker shots and high lob shots and things. It had a ridiculous amount of loft on it, and it just helped those who really struggled in bunkers. Well, Ping have identified that those golfers still exist and need some help. So they've brought out this club, which is the imaginatively named BunkR, B-U-N-K-R, and it has a lot of the same qualities that Alien did from about 30 years ago, maybe more. It has an incredibly wide sole, as you can see here, and enormous amounts of bounce on that sole as well, essential for bunker play to stop you digging in. And the loft of the club is 64 degrees, so it means you don't have to open the face and complicate bunker play in any way. You can just sit with the thing square, hit it hard, know that it's not going to dig in, that's the theory, and it's just going to allow people to get out of bunkers that really struggle. So I'm going to give it a little test with some standard shots, maybe a plug lie, maybe something a bit longer, and just see how I feel it behaves and see whether it would be useful to anybody that I teach or anybody that struggles in bunkers at all. So let's start with a standard bunker shot. In the middle of this bunker on the 5th here, the pin's pretty close today, but I won't worry too much about that. And I've got a relatively standard lie with a bit of give in the sand, as I can feel here. I'm just going to hit the club dead square. It's got loads and loads of loft on it here. Stick to my normal bunker principles, a little bit more knee flex, ball in the middle. Let's see what actually happens. Okay, wow, that was easy. I hit the sand about 3 inches behind the ball there, but it skidded on and got a lovely shot out of the bunker with loads of loft. Oh, that was easy. Let's have another go. Here. There we are. I don't know if you can see them just running out right by the hole side. Very easy. You can feel the fact that it doesn't want to dig in at all. And it should give some encouragement to those who are trying to manipulate the ball out of the bunker and lift it. You don't have to do any of that with this. When you put it down, the sole is literally facing the sky. So it just inspires confidence from the first time you put it behind the golf ball. Okay, so let's see what happens when we have to play one that's not lying quite so perfectly. Let's get this ball and tread on it. Okay, so I've ended up in a depression there, and now I'm going to need the club to go a little bit deeper. Is the sole going to skid too much and therefore I can't get this out of here? I'm going to make the normal changes that I would make for a plug bunker shot. So I'm going to move the ball back an inch or two. I'm going to lean the shaft forward a little bit more and just see if we can activate now the leading edge to pop this thing over the lip here. Okay, again, really easy. You could see that I went a bit deeper in the sand there just by changing my setup. But honestly, goodness, it's so easy to hit this thing out of the sand. If you struggle in bunkers, this is a demo one. We have it in the shop. Come and take it out for a round and see if it can help you. Really easy to hit. What happens if I try and hit a high one? If I add more loft to the club, ridiculously, then the bounce is going to get even more. Is it too much? Let's have a look. Okay, so we're going to move the ball forward a fraction now. We've opened the face. I mean, this thing literally, I could balance a teacup on there and it wouldn't spill. Let's see if we can float a higher one up with a bit more wrist hinge, a bit more speed. There we are. And you could hear the bounce off the bottom of the bunker there. I could feel it, but it still had plenty of under the ball action to get that high, nice, lofted, spinny flight that we need for bunkers. So, overall, fantastic. I mean, it does what it says on the tin. It is called the BunkR. I think out of fluffy grass, it would be equally as useful if you struggle to get loft or play little high lob shots. I think off a tight lie, you'd struggle because the bounce of this, if you can see that, means that the leading edge is miles off and it would actually strike halfway up the ball. To get the leading edge striking the ground first, you'd have to have the shaft leaning forward at some ridiculous angle. So I think as long as you keep it as a bunker club, and it's written on the back to remind you, I think this is going to be a real godsend for those who struggle to get out of bunkers. It comes, we've got a graphite shafted one and a steel. This is the steel. Obviously graphite's going to be really useful for ladies and seniors who struggle to get any club head speed and want the club to feel a lot lighter. But on the whole, very, very impressive. And come and give it a go. That's all I can say, really. I think it's going to be something which will be in the marketplace for some time. So thumbs up to Ping again for identifying a club that will really help the club golfer, and especially in an area like bunker play where a lot of people struggle.